or hearing on stream.
Yeah, okay, let's try it.
Alrighty. Right, hopefully that is
Actually,
the last.
yeah, I think he has used this time to macro every unit.
Yeah. Right. And anyway, what I wanted to point out was this is definitely very unusual. You see in this, we got a trading post rickshaw. So Gaia has sent trading post Empire, which grants you a trading post rickshaw, and it also makes all future trading posts a little bit cheaper. And so, yeah, this is something you don't often see. He's obviously playing to the map. We got 5 TPs on Klondike, so perhaps he's going to, I expect, try and look to take a couple more of these trading posts actually. But King's on the way there as well. King, if King sees that he's sent this, King might try and steal a couple of trading posts.
Oh, and he
So
has
King's
spotted
got
it.
a lot of
Yeah.
yeah. He's going to get the ton of wood first. No, he isn't. No, Guy gets it.
Yeah, okay. But
Right.
King is trying to get
So,
at least the
yeah,
second one as well, yeah.
yeah, so I think this is a really nice reaction by King. Is if you kind of scout that your opponent's going to like try and take as many of the TPs, it's best if you can steal them. So being 2 TPs down to 3 is perfectly fine if your opponent has spent a shipment on it.
What do you think of King having only 1 villager on his fort, and Garja having more than 4 on them?
Yeah, so I think Gaio's a little concerned because he sent the Trade Empire. He knows that potentially he could be a bit behind in shipment. So if King was to play aggressive and Gaia only had like 1 villager on the Agra, it could be a bit of a problem for him. And also, he couldn't necessarily scout because he was busy building trading posts, so it's kind of just a safety measure. Whereas King knows he can probably be safe because he's seen Gaia going for this kind of trading post build, so he's probably fine with just the 1 vill.
Yeah, yeah. They have actually almost aged up at the same time, so it didn't make any difference for Garja actually. Is that because of his 3rd trade post? Do you think so?
Yeah, and like the main difference we got going at the moment is KINGofOsmane's got a market. He's getting those the market techs. He's got the first food one. He's getting the civil servants as well.
Oh right.
But now it's just going to become a big fight on like the trading post line.
Indeed.
And so.
And 2 sepoy moving in from King. And he's only got 1 elephant over here, and 5 Gurkha joining the battle as well.
Yeah, and they easily push back the 2 sepoy.
Yeah.
So again, we see another shipment discrepancy in that King's playing it very eco heavy. He's going for this wood trickle, whereas Gaia's kind of instead of going for that, he's gone for the 600 wood. And the nice thing about the 600 wood here is that it's going to allow him to get out more units early on, which is going to allow him to kind of take over this trading post line, which I think he really wants, so he can then get the stagecoach in. And in fact, just because he's got so many shipments, he's actually shipped the foreign login in as well, so his economy is not that far behind. Whereas, yeah,
so
like you get so many shipments.
Yeah, did he also send the 700 wood or the 600 wood?
Yeah. So he's Gaia sent the 600 wood, which is why he was able to get out those 5 Gurkhas, which allowed him to push King's back a bit. So that's kind of normally most people know I don't like 600 wood, but in the exception of like a trading post build, I think it's quite fine. I'm quite happy with that, and it's worked here. He should be able to pick up this TP now, and I think we might see him even get stagecoach now because 4-1 is a position where you can get stagecoach.
And his 4th is already going up. What do you think King can do to counter this? Because he must be aware of what's going on.
Yeah, so we got to remember King has actually researched all of the market upgrades now. He's got Imperial Bureaucracy, he got Flume and Ditch, like he's got all of them. So his villagers are going to be gathering much faster. But yeah, what he's going to need to do is somehow get up to age 3 a bit faster and use his military to kind of take back at least 1 of the trading posts, if not 2 of them. He's going to have a small window because Gaia has invested a lot into this. Getting all these trading posts, and I assume he's going to have stagecoach on the way, though I don't see it yet. But yeah, I think there's going to be a very small window for King to try and claw this back. Both players have shipped 600 coin, and so yeah, both are planning on going up to the Fortress Age. But it's going to take a lot longer for Gaia to get there. Well, not a lot longer, but it's going to take a bit longer.
From what I'm looking at, I don't see any military units for King of Osmane yet. Is that correct?
Yeah, so that's because I think he's doing the right thing here. We can see he's going to Fortress, and look how many villages he's got on the Wonder. He's got a maximum of 8. So I think he's decided rather than delaying his age up by making a couple units in age 2, and because he probably knows he can't fight that well in age 2 here because he's seen Gaia make the extra Gurkhas. So he's like, rather than do that, you know what, I'm just going to rush to age 3 as soon as possible and get there a lot quicker than Gaia can. And then he's going to kind of use that window. So he's going to have like maybe a 2-minute window where he might have more advanced units out. We might see like a free map out shipment or some Euromies, and he's going to kind of use that window to take back the trading post, I think. So that's going to be his plan. Whether it works or not is going to be, we'll have to see, because Gaia's actually done really well to try and get his age up not far behind. So we can see he's aging up, but only with 4 vills on the Wonder. And yeah, I think nice micro. Picks off a Gurkha at the front as well.
Yeah, I'm just listening to you because the lack of having an UI actually makes it actually quite difficult to predict what they are doing. But I can see that he has put down the consulate, and you have also said that he's aging up already. Is he? Oh yeah, I can see the Wonder.
Yeah, so King's aged up with the 800 wood. Gaia is about halfway there now.
Yeah.
Gaia, in response to King's fast age up, has actually added an extra 2 villages on the Wonder, which I really like. So that's going to increase his age up time by 10 seconds. And I think Gaia knows there might be a small window where King might be able to do some damage. So I really like that response by adding the extra 2 villages to the Wonder. Interestingly, Gaia's actually gone for a French consulate, which is a little bit unusual.
Oh, he's looking for
but I guess that's just getting him.
He's just looking to send the crates.
Just going to get him his extra crates.
Yeah. What are the benefits of the Ottoman consulate over the French consulate then?
Yeah, so King actually sent the 4 villages from the Ottoman consulate, so his economic unit population is ahead. But obviously, when we see the 5 trading posts on the right-hand side, it's a bit of ridiculous. It's a bit misleading.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And King is immediately going up to age 4.
Is he?
Oh my God. This is his plan.
Yeah. A tiny raid to the left side, killing probably a lot of fills. Is he? At least 4 of them, I think. That's the second.
Yeah, I would say that's more than a tiny raid. Yeah, but you know what's even more important than that? Yeah. Look where Gaia's army is going. King's buying himself the time that he needs.
Oh yeah. Because
so he's kind of accepted. Okay, my economy is going to be much worse than yours. Obviously, I can't compete with 5 trading posts. However, if I get age 4 Euromies up, like, what are you going to do? Like, your age 3 army is not going to do anything.
And he has age.
So look, he's already reached the industrial age. And he's got 2 Mahouts as well. He's got 2 Mahouts, which will counter the Gurkhas. And Gaia is committed to age 3 because he's shipped the Euromies.
Yep.
King has a shipment available. His food count is climbing. He needs the Euromies. And he's going to have to push.
And all with the 3 hussars from the Ottoman consulate.
Yeah, these 3 hussars were really nice. They bought him so much time.
Yeah.
Gaia could have possibly guessed that he was aging, but forcing Gaia's army back was just really nice. So I really like that from King. And Gaia's pushing forward now, but he knows he's going to have to be careful. He knows that Euromies are a big possibility. He knows that the 2 Mahouts are out. So I'm kind of curious to see how this goes. He calls the Minutemen on the hussar. Good play. Oh, where is he? Gaia's got to be careful with his army. This is so risky. So I can say there is a shipment for King on the way. I don't think it's going to arrive just yet, though. Yeah, I think he pulls back just in time. Is King baiting him with the villagers? I can't tell. I know that there is a shipment on the way. I didn't see if the food count went down. If 10 Euromies are about to pop, this could be a big deal. There they are. Guy kind of got away in time, but King's going to go after him anyway. Yeah, he's going to lose his whole army here. He does split up the sepoys and the Gurkhas, which is nice.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got his own Euromies, but there's only 7 of them, and they're an aids down. They're not going to do much at all.
And those Mahos
These Gurkhas are now
taking business. Look at that. Oh my god, and still so much HP left.
Yeah. Oh, so Guy's got one chance. He himself is aging up to age 4 now. But he might have already... He's typing the lull. He's not impressed. He might have already forfeited here. We'll see. So he should have his own 2 math outs. They're back at his base. But he doesn't have enough food yet. He's at 800 food. So he will get his 10 Euromies eventually, but I think he's just going to lose so much of his army. You've seen how much damage these elephants are doing, though. Wow.
Yes, continuously, huh? Like, I've never seen elephants' mouths stay alive that long. Finally, one of them has been killed. But still killing enemies left and right. Oh my god.
But also his Gaia's explorers actually did huge damage to King's Euromies. That was quite impressive. So Gaia does have the 10 Euromies on the way, but King seems to have found this window where he's actually got the damage done. He's shipped more Euromies now. So even and now Gaia's going to lose his 2 map routes. I think he's found the window and he's hit it. But he does need to do something with this though. Gaia's not impressed.
Yeah,
he's not impressed.
Garja is calling it correctly. I mean, this is exactly what I would be saying. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he does. Okay, so he does have 3 town centers. He still has 5 trading posts. So sure, King is the better army, but King still needs to somehow finish it. He needs to get economic damage done. So he is going to take out one of these TCs, which is nice. And yeah, I think King's just sent 9 Euromies again. I saw his food count go down. We got red coats on the way. Yeah, I'm interested to see what King goes for though. He's probably wondering himself, like, what is the best thing to do with his army right now? Would it be to maybe siege the TPs, or is it better just to go straight for Gaia's base? And he's decided to go for Gaia's base. And I think he does have the better army right now, so that might be the right decision. If he can totally reset Gaia's army count, that would be the correct thing to do. But he himself has to be careful, because if Gaia pops, like, say, 9 Euromies from this Agra fort and then comes in with his army from behind, I think he could potentially clean up King.
Yeah, Garja is wisely saving his army to the back. What do you think of that? Like, should he actually move in and sacrifice these age 3 units? Or wait until he's aged to use them in industrial age?
So he is actually industrial at the moment, but I think he knows King's army is actually better. But I think he moved in because he was just about to get a shipment of Euromies, and he was hoping it would pop from the Agra fort. But King sees the Agra fort down.
Oh my god! Yeah.
Yeah. So we can see them coming in from the back now. So I don't know how this fight is going to go. There's just an insane number of Euromies and sepoys. Like, I see he's called the inspiration ability. I don't know if King's used his. This is crazy fight. Who's winning, Radix? I can't tell. I think King's winning.
I think he is. Even though, despite of the inspiration ability, he still is winning. And
Yeah.
wouldn't you say that, you know, this is like the theme of the entire game? Like, Garja is always like one step behind. Ever since he started to build his first trade post.
Yeah, and for those interested in the shipments, King of Osmane's last shipments were 10 Euromies, 9 Euromies, 9 Euromies, 9 Euromies, and 9 Euromies.
Extremely well done by King, and like Riot. Garja has really done his best, but yeah, King was just always just a step ahead. Could you take
that
over?
That was a really cool game.
Yeah, I have to
Sorry, what was
deal
that?
with. Could you take over, because I have to deal with the stream for a second.
Oh, no worries. I will keep people entertained, I guess. So just a quick analysis of what happened there. I did like the strategy by Gaia actually, which was to take all 5 trading posts and go for that stagecoach play. And then the idea is basically, he just has a huge eco, and it kind of just wins out, honestly, with this trade empire card that I haven't seen used in an Indian mirror. But I guess you'd only use it on Klondike. But I think King's reaction was really nice. He, instead of kind of fighting over the TPs early on and getting kind of bogged down in a war where Gaia's eco would just win out just because he could produce more units and defend his TPs, he decided just to go for the tech advantage. So quickly go in age 4 and just getting an army out that Gaia couldn't stop. So King saw he had like a 2-minute window, and he exploited it to the fullest, honestly. And that was really well done. Really liked how both players did that. All right, I'm going to quit out of this one. And let me see. We got Thar Desert coming up next, by the way. I'm just going to check for messages. Alrighty, so Gaia and King have hosted. Next map is going to be ESOC Thar Desert, and it's going to be King of Osmane to pick his civilization first. I'll keep you up to date if any civ picks come in. I get the impression the King of Osmane is likely to go either Dutch or possibly Japan.
Oh, I hope he's going Japan, because I've installed the original Japanese Age of Empires villages sounds. So there's a mod which says that the Japanese sounds of the English game aren't exactly Japanese, and so they have dubbed them and added them. So that's going to be awesome.
All right. Well, you might be like, but you might not though. I suspect he's going to go Dutch, but Japan's also an option here. But he's just mulling it over here. They're just discussing the strategy at the moment of the previous game. All right. Are we queuing in just to check?
Yeah.
Oh, what happened here?
Up to you, mate. See? really up to you, mate.
All right.
Like we could actually run the game if the UI is working. Just stay in.
Well, they haven't picked their civs yet.
Okay, yeah.
I guess King can think about his civilization pick while this is going on. But I really think he's going to go Dutch with a potential side order of Japan. Yeah. I mean, the other option, usually we see people pick Aztec on Thar Desert, but I don't really think Aztec is particularly up King of Osmane street. So
Oh my god. Yeah. It's
that
really
sounds
good
to me like a no.
it's really good that we did this. Let me see if this is a bit better. Oh, luckily, yeah. Okay, so I'm literally watching it at the tiniest screen ever, but I hope that the stream is alright now. I have to switch this bit to the top. There we go. Right, this looks okay.
It's all good.
Yep, all good.
All right. All right, so hopefully that has provided ample time for King to select his civilization. I think he's gonna. Yeah, he's got to be Dutch. He's got it. Yeah, and he's gone in with the lock. So that leaves. Yeah, he's just gonna go for the mirror. He's just gonna go for the mirror.
The mirror again? Oh, the Dutch mirror. Oh my god. Okay, I was still distracted by a few things left and right, but I think. Let me see. Oh god. Yeah, everyone. Truly, really sorry for this. Highly unprofessional of us, of actually me. But I hadn't expected to be streaming today, and I was just told yesterday to uninstall the game and remove the Ekanta UI that I prefer actually. So that's what I did today. And because I have an immense screen, I also run the game in ultra high definition. So now I've put it back to high definition, 1920 times 1080, and now everything should be working well. Let's see. We're ready. Dutch mirror. Oh my god. Are you excited?
Oh yeah, I am. Any game between these two is always. I'm always hyped for. Yeah, these two are best of friends.
Are they? What kind of history have these two?
Well, Gaya's Gaia, so he has history with everyone. That's just that. And King of Osmane just loves flaming people. See, just having talked to King this week, I get the impression he's more interested in beating Gaia than advancing to the round of 16, if that makes sense. Like he's more interested in just the win than the actual like moving forward in the tournament.
So, ladies and gentlemen, the second game in our matchup between King of Osmane and Garja on arguably one of the most beautiful maps in this map set. We have to the right Garja, playing as Dutch, and KINGofOsmane to the left playing as Dutch as well. And KINGofOsmane is already picking up one wood treasure near his base. And have you seen whether there are any other wood treasures on this map?
Yeah, usually. So we got a 90 wood just above King's base, and there should be a second wood treasure somewhere, like an 85 wood. I'm just having a look for it. Yeah, okay, and it's kind of in the similar position for.
Oh, right.
Oh, hang on, I got the players mixed up. Sorry, that one on the right was next to Gaia's base, and this 85 wood here is next to King's base, which I think he's immediately seen with his envoy. But it looks like the Gaia's explorer's kind of heading over there. No, he's changed direction actually. So I think King's going to head over to this 85 wood and pick it up uncontested, which will be nice for him. But I suspect Guy's probably going to come across this 90 wood. I think he knows where the treasures spawn.
Yeah, but Garja has spotted that he's going to go for this treasure over here. And do you see him turning back?
Yeah. And the thing was, I don't think King's seen the envoy, so King is unaware that Gaia is aware that he's going for this treasure. But some really nice treasure might go. Oh, he's gonna bug it!
Oh no!
He got too overconfident with that.
Yeah.
So yeah, this was something I learned recently, that you can bug out exactly how to bug out the treasure guardians, and so that's exactly what King was doing there. But he got too greedy and bugged it out one too many times.
And who's got it? Who
got that?
Oh my
King.
God! He still got it.
Yeah, he's
That's just nice.
I think he's still gonna. He's probably gonna lose his explorer still, right? But at least you can feel a bit relieved that, okay, you got 85 wood. If you lose your explorer and the other guy gets the treasure, you just feel like you feel awful. You feel like the game's just done, honestly.
Do you think this?
He lets him live.
Yeah, but I was just wondering, do you think this altercation is actually a result of the real life encounters these two have?
Maybe. Well, we'll see how the result comes in. But yeah, I'm curious that Gaia let his explorer live. I think he could have really gone in for that, and then King only has like two choices. He could have put all his vills in the TC, and it would have taken like 5 or 6 shots, honestly. To fend them off, which I think is too many idle vills. I reckon Gaia could have gone in and kind of forced King's explorer to die. But it's kind of just traditional Gaia. He always likes to play things safe in tournaments. So he decided, I'm just not going to take a risk, maybe losing my explorer or anything. He obviously knows where this 90 wood is, so he's just going to go over there and try and pick it up.
Yeah, he has. And have you also noticed that both players aged up exactly at the same time?
Yeah, so they both did market and 15 villages, which is really nice. And so now it just becomes a matter of how many banks do they want to go? Are they gonna make any units? Because often I think we've seen this matchup in the past. People just go 5 banks. They don't even build a stable. They don't even build a barracks, and they just go fortress. And then that's where you ship like the 1k wood and you dump down all of your production. But we might see one of the players opting to go for that early stable, try and get some hussars into the base of the enemy to kind of screw them over a little bit. So I suspect King is more likely the player to just go for like 5 banks, no units, whereas I expect Gaia might be more likely to put down the early stable. But we'll have to see.
Well, do you remember last game when Riot was every time one step behind King? Here we have the same thing.
Yeah.
I mean, King's bank is up way faster than Riot's.
Yeah, I guess that was partly down to him getting that 85 wood so early.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And he has also herded these elephants back to his base, which Riot has not done yet.
Yeah, he's doing a good job on controlling everything. Actually, we got a small treasure contention, I guess. He was going to go for the snipe on one of the monkeys. All right, Gaia gets that.
Yeah, but that was only 65 coin. That's not really consequential,
Yeah,
is it?
Sorry, what was that?
That doesn't really matter, does it? Like 65 coin for a Dutch tip?
No, it's just a little something to keep your motivation up as the game goes on. You feel, yeah, that's nice. I got the 65 coin. That's good. But yeah, it's probably not going to matter too much. But yeah, so here we go. So this is what I was talking about. I kind of expected Gaia maybe to be the one that goes for the earlier stable,
Yep.
whereas I really think King is just going to sit there and build 5 banks. He's not gonna care whatsoever if the other guy's making units.
Do you think he's going to
He
send
might
the
just
pie card?
No, if anything, he might send Colonial Militia, but I think he'll try and avoid sending that if possible. He's obviously going to judge like roughly how many units does Gaia have, because if Gaia just goes pure Hussar and delays his own age up just to kind of annoy King, then King might have to send something. But I really think he's going to try and avoid it. So now, yeah, we just see like a big bank difference. King is 5 banks up. Gaia only has
Exactly.
he's getting 4 now, but
Yeah.
they're delayed so much.
In my opinion, that already indicates that King is probably going to age faster, going to have a lot more ruiters soon in age 3. It's probably going to win this game as well. What do you think?
I do like King's position. So
Yeah.
the thing is, Guy has sacrificed a bit of economy. He sacrificed that bank to get out these 5 extra hussars. So now we got to see what damage can these 5 hussars get done. King's pulled his Vil off this dead elephant, really nice. Off. Oh, is he gonna? I was a little worried for that Vil because he was like next between the house and the coin mine. I thought he was going to get bugged out and have to walk all the way around.
And perhaps this one? Oh yeah,
One
plus
villager.
1. Yeah. Minutemen coming out, as expected, as you predicted actually. But do you think he can really hold this without any pie cards?
He can for sure. The thing is, even if all your villagers are completely idle in the TC,
that was
I thought Gaia
close.
deserved that villager there. Yeah, there was good micro from Gaia. Often you'll see it at the higher levels. People when they raid villagers with cav that are close to the TC, they attack them and then they retask their hussars to move forward and attack them again, because that way you can get more attacks in, which was what Gaia did there, and he almost got the Vil. I kind of feel like he deserved that Vil there. At the moment, he's looking for that low HP Vil. King put it in the TC just in time. it was actually out there and gathering, but he did get it in just in time. Meanwhile, we should say that Gaia...
There. Oh, it is there. Yeah. 6 health.
Yeah, I was just going to say that Gaia has got his 5th bank up. For those that are concerned, he has got steel traps. Meanwhile, King has research placer mines, but he does not have steel traps. So the economies are kind of evened up a little bit because King lost the villager. So I think this game is still on. So yeah, the only difference was Gaia managed to kill a villager. I think he delayed a villager in production from King. So actually, at this point, Gaia does have the better economy. The only thing is, he's behind on his age up time. And if we have a look, have you seen this forward base? King is not waiting. Look at that. He's chucked his production in the middle of the map, and he wants to get moving as fast as possible. And these 2 villagers, do you see them on the elephant? I'm a little worried for them. I'm not sure Gaia realizes.
Talking about. Oh, over here. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure Gaia realizes just how fast King is up ahead of him. So he's going to get 1 Vil, possibly the second one.
Most likely.
Yeah. Oh, it might just get away actually.
No.
Oh no, it doesn't.
He might have if he had to research Great Code, but he hasn't.
Yeah. So King's kind of used the fact that he was aging up slightly faster with his build to get out this big military lead. Gaia's kind of realized he can't contest the skirms with his group of Reuters that he's got out, so he's just going to go try raiding King, which I think is a nice decision. He does pick off that low HP villager, that 1
Did
HP
he?
villager, so that's really good.
I was guessing, but
Yeah,
did he?
that's
Did he
really
just?
nice.
Oh my god! Did he actually just find it? Did he? Do you think he actually microed that, or was it just pure luck?
For sure. Yeah, he was looking out for it.
Oh my god!
The thing is that King's just got a better army composition right now, and Gaia's army's just kind of split up everywhere. He's trying to get damage done. He's trying to maybe to cut off the reinforcements from King, and he might cut off this reinforcement batch of 5, which would be really good for him. But King brings in his small group of Reuters, which I think will be enough to actually help him.
Yeah, and it has this massive skirm army behind it, so.
Yeah, and it's forced Gaia to call 6 Minutemen as well, which they're not getting much value now. We can see him just with his skirm batch. They're decaying.
And isn't this exactly what I
this
mentioned before? Like having those 5
Yeah.
tanks up so much faster, and it ends up in having so many more routers.
Yeah, and Gaia's economy is so exposed. We can see like he's gathering on all these elephants at the bottom.
Exactly.
Luckily for him, King hasn't noticed. Gaia's thrown out another classic lull. He knows this is bad. He knows he's in a bad position right now.
Yep.
He's just down in skirm count. He's down in Reuter count. He can't gather from his resources right now. And the King's gonna fight. If he finds these villagers up top, this is almost game. And
Oh
he
my
is.
god.
Like there's no way to defend these.
How did he find them?
Well, I imagine at this point both players are kind of split. They've got most of the map scouted just because you have the Explorer and the Envoy to start off with. I think most of the hunts should be available. Kind of a nice reaction from Gaia. He sees King's army up top. He knows he has to get something done. So because King's army's out of position, he was trying to look for any spare reinforcements that he could pick off. Maybe like King has a batch of 10 skirms that he can just crush with this hussar play that Gaia is looking to build up. But unfortunately for him, there wasn't really like that key batch of 10 skirms which he could kill for free to get him back in the game. But it's always good that he's kind of looking for these options.
Yeah, it's
and
something
else which
up
is
a few of these skirmishes over here, but how many skirms are those? Do you think the green player? Around 20.
So whatever the number is, it's a lot more than what red has. That's for sure. Yeah. That's the important statistic here. It's almost double, if not triple, honestly.
Oh my god.
So yeah,
and King hasn't. Yeah.
I was going to say, the guy has shown where he's gathering on the elephants. Two of these villagers got over enthusiastic and started herding one of these extra elephants. And that kind of King was not aware of this group of villagers at the bottom before, but he is now. And wow, and so King takes the 2-0 lead.
Quite decisively.
Why did he do? Yeah, cancel 1K went for the double stable.
Yeah, what do you make of Garja making hussars versus this type of army, routers and skirm?
So hussars are a weird one. Generally, it's better to go skirm Reuter, but the thing with the hussars is the idea is if you can catch your opponent out, because usually people just mass a lot of skirmishers and try and skimp on the Reuter count because you're like, well, whoever has the biggest skirm count wins. And then so the meta developed to the point where people are like, well, hang on, at this point people have just got like 100 skirms protected by 5 Reuters. What if I try a hussar switch? So kind of hussars are used to exploit players that are making unbalanced compositions and just trying to find opportunities. But King gave him the opportunities. He always had a decent Reuter count. He played it safe, and so kind of these hussars that Gaia made to maybe try and find some opportunities there that they just didn't. All right, I'm gonna quit out of this one. So a 2-0 lead. Do you reckon? Can he come back from that?
I sincerely hope so. I mean, I let me check my mic. Oh, there we go.
Right, Gaia to pick, and he's going to pick Aztecs. Surely he's going to pick Aztecs.
Oh yes, his go-to Sith, right?
Right, and King's going to pick the Ottomans, I think. He's going to go Ottomans.
Oh no, please Japanese, please.
I think he's saving his Japans. I highly expect this is going to be an Aztecs versus Ottomans. I guess he could also. He's used his Dutch. He's used the India. No, it's going to be Ottomans. I think he also King occasionally plays French and British as well. He knows Russia, but if I reverse, yeah, I hope this goes to the 3-2. All right, so King's just deciding at the moment, giving it a bit of time. I think he's just enjoying his 2-0 lead at the moment. But yeah, so he's not sure. All right.
Yes.
All right, actually, I'm going to be right back myself. Then that's a good opportunity. If they're going to take a bit of time, I'll see you in a bit. Righty, I'm back. Radix, you here?
Yes.
Yeah, mate, I'm here.
Oh, cool. I think Gaia might have the right map.
Okay, yeah.
He was saying earlier.
But it's severely bugged for whatever reason yesterday. And by the way, mate, I'm sorry, I was a bit distracted last game with diverse items needing my attention, but this game,
Oh, no worries. No worries.
I'll keep my attention to the game. Oh, no, it's still not loaded.
Let me see. I think I've got it. Hey, and there it is.
I've got it too.
He pulls out the Ottomans.
And
he pulls
yes,
it out.
there it is. So, what do you think of this
Nice.
matchup? Ottoman is favored,
So,
isn't it?
it. So Aztecs is a really strong civ right now, and Ottomans is potentially considered a bit weak. But the things that can help Ottomans are if he plays like a semi-water play, or taking the trading post and stagecoach as well. So I think this is actually a really good map for Ottomans, which is why I think he went for it. If this matchup was being played on any other map, then sure, Aztecs is probably favored actually. But I think this map is just like suited to Ottomans
And why
amazingly.
is that? Because I think Malaysia has only 40k food, does it? Let me
Yeah,
see.
so Ottomans don't actually need many resources, and the resources they can get from the sea.
But 50,000 food and only 2 TPs.
Yeah. So if you have to play to the map's strengths. So obviously he's not going to go for like an advanced trading post or full on stagecoach. But I think he's going to go for this semi water play. So basically, you can play just like regular Ottomans, but a bit slower. But the idea is you get a lot of economy behind it. I think Guy is pretty comfortable in water as well, though. I played a lot of water games against Guy's Aztecs, and I think there's a
Exactly,
good
yeah.
chance that Guy is going to throw. Yeah, I think there's a good chance he's going to throw up a couple of docks as well. So
Yeah.
I think we're actually going to see a pretty heavy water game here.
Right, so
And
to the
yeah,
north
this is
corner we are having Garja as Aztecs as his main to go civ, and KINGofOsmane countering him with Ottomans. And what do you make of that?
yeah. Yeah, so
King of
I like it
Osmane
if you have
as
a strategy prepared,
mm-hmm.
and he clearly does. We can see King of Osmane. He's dropping the dock straight away,
And he is, yes.
and he's sent all of his villagers to wood. Yeah. So this is kind of playing to the map, and he's gonna basically what he's gonna do is he's gonna get a number of fishing boats. But then he's going to try and age up pretty quickly behind it. So you only delay your age up maybe 20 seconds.
And he's got
The
it.
fact that it's a coin start won't help him. Oh,
Yeah,
did he get the
sorry to
40 wood?
interrupt, but yeah, he
No worries.
stole
Sorry.
Garja's
I was too
treasure.
focused on other things. And that's super important for him actually, because that's 40 wood he can use right now. Normally as Ottomans you can't necessarily actually just spend 40 wood unless you're going like double trading post in H1 and we're trying to gather for a house. But this 40 wood is going to help him get an extra fishing boat perhaps. And so we can see he's already got his first fishing boat out. So normally you'd see like Ottomans are behind on villages, but at the moment he's totally matching Guy's villager count, and in fact he's ahead now. So Ottomans with the stronger economy until the free villager shipment comes in anyway. And yeah, he's finding another treasure, 60 food, that's going to help him with his age up time. We can see King has now pulled all of his villagers back to food. So he's gonna, I think he's got maybe 1 or 2 more fishing ships queued up, and he's going to age up behind it. And if we notice where he built his dock, I think he really doesn't want Gaia scouting it, right? Like that dock location, you put it there if you don't want it to be scouted.
Yeah, exactly, huh? He's got already 3 fishing boats versus 13 fields of the Aztec player and 12. So he is indeed up slightly in economic population. 16, 30 versus 13. As Ottoman, that's quite scary, isn't it?
Yeah. So I think the idea is you don't get carried away with the number of fishing ships you build, because then you can maybe get outfoxed by an Aztec who creates a timing with just a lot of their unit shipments. And as long as you don't do that, then you might be all right. And we can see he's aging up already, so the age up's going to be kind of okay. We're looking at about a 425 age up. Sometimes you can get maybe a bit earlier. But the thing is, does Gaia know what's going on? He'll know that King hasn't picked up a trading post. That's if he's paying attention. The thing is, sometimes at this level, like you just naturally assume I'm playing Ottomans, he's going to get a trading post. Like you don't consciously look at the top right and see. So even though he has the information to know that he isn't taking the trading post, I think he knows because he's checking along the shoreline.
Yeah, he
I
is,
really
huh?
think he knows.
Yeah.
But you do have to be careful because obviously there was that famous game between Gaia and Boneng where Gaia had no idea that Boneng was still age 1 at like 8 minutes or so. But yeah, he's checking along the shoreline. He knows.
Yeah.
Oh, and if there's one thing,
Yeah.
oh sorry, I'm getting carried away.
No. Please do.
I was going to say if there's one thing in Age of Empires 3 that I can confidently say that Gaia is the best at out of every player, it is scouting a shoreline. Nobody scouts a shoreline like Gaia's Aztecs. Honestly, if there's one thing he's best at, no one. I played a lot of water games against this guy, and you can't build a dock without him noticing. He will have that scouted 100%, and he's seen it, which is really good. I think he knew it was down there anyway, just because of the trading post, and we could see he was kind of checking around. But it's really nice to get the confirmation. And so in response, he's doing the warrior priest boom. So we can see ship 3 warrior priests first, and he's going to go up to 10 warrior priests pretty quickly. Nice from King as well. He's just checking around with his explorer. In fact, he's really concerned. Has Gaia gone on the water? We can.
And
he's checking the
there's
shoreline.
another OGM OMG from Riot, but for whatever reason.
You know it's bad when he can't even spell it when the letters aren't even in the right order, right? The OGM instead of the OMG. Like it's bad when it's the OGM, right? Like that's the indicator.
Oh my god!
Like that's got to be good for King when you see the OGM, it's going well.
Do you think he has already given up in his mind?
No, guy can play on tilt pretty well, to be honest. He's got a good base level. So I'm wondering, I don't know, did King see this dock? Because Guy is going to go for a little bit of a water play himself.
Gaia built it after.
Did he just miss it?
Yeah. I think he didn't miss it. I think Gaia actually planned it that way.
All right. Well, good move from him. And we can see that King is actually, it looks like he's switching up to a semi-FF now with 5 Hussars. They're going to come in. And Gaia has no defense other than his 10 warrior priests. Though, obviously, we've seen 10 warrior priests can actually be more than enough defense for anything, to be honest.
Exactly.
But he's going to have to be careful, though, not to lose a villager. Oh, the Jags.
Yeah,
that's a cool play. Yeah.
And taking out
I think
2 Hussars, right?
Yeah, that's not bad, and I like that decision. I mean, he possibly could have put like warrior priest in melee mode, but I mean, he's going to have a lot of idle time on all his villagers. Calling the Jaguars just means that he doesn't have to idle all his vills as long as he like keeps the Jags next to his villagers. So they were a little out of position. They're coming back in again, but he's going to pay for a villager, and he might lose another one. There's one on this tree here. Gaia notices. He might be okay.
Yeah. Oh no, that one is saved. Yeah.
Yeah.
But KINGofOsmane has scouted that Garja also has built a dock. Strangely enough, there's no schooner card in his deck. Is that because of the changes in the EP, you think?
Yeah, so it's hard now to tell whether schooners is worth it or not. I think it's fine either to send it or not to send it. Like I don't really know which way is better, but yeah, you now have the option, which is cool, right? You can decide to send it or not. So King picks up a Noahville at the cost of 1 more Hussar. So the thing is, King added a few more fishing boats and is now on his way to Fortress. But are you seeing what we got going up in the bottom right?
Oh wow! So he's trying to get into his eco. And Garja has only lost 2 villagers. versus 3 hussars.
Yeah, so he's doing quite well now. I thought he was going to start producing canoes actually, but he's done like an offensive fish boom, which is cool. Is he going to get another vill? He gets another villager. But I think that might almost be the end of King's kind of aggression, because these 2 hussars are now really low. But yeah, I think what's going to happen now is though, like King's just going to put on a lot of aggression in age 3, and the thing is, Guy is going to be in age 2, and he does have a nice eco, so he is actually getting quite ahead in economy now. But is he going to be able to hold? Is he going to be able to hold this? Being an age down, King is 2 shipments stacked,
and he is
so he can ship like
age,
1.
And do you think Aztec can hold this?
I think it's going to be close. I think King can definitely find a window here. We rarely ever see this, but he's... Yeah. I think they will, because they were a shipment, actually, which means they build pretty fast. So this is something kind of cool that we never see that often anyway. It's the 2 war hut shipment. So after you sent 700 and 600 with the 2 war huts, they're kind of actually worth a lot when you take villager seconds into account. So that's going to help him a bit with his defense. And yeah, Guy's definitely committed to age 2. He's got no one on coin right now. Everyone's on food and wood. So he's going to try and hold King's push, being an age behind. These Jags are getting so much damage done though. King needs to watch his hussars. Yeah, so obviously calling these Jagger powers was a pretty good decision. I think they finally might go down though. But they might get like another Janissary for their troubles. They do a lot of damage. Wow. He does, he actually got another Jan. Oh, he's going to get all the Jans.
Yeah.
Oh, never mind.
All 3 of them. But he's going to lose another villager. Oh, just saved it in time. Oh, that's the 4th one.
Yeah. And so we can see King has shipped 1k wood, and he's adding a TC. So he's not going completely all in. He has stopped producing fishing boats though, so I think he stopped at, that looks about 10 fishing boats to me. So he's not oh, we got a galleon. Did he age up with the galleon?
I think he might have.
This is the first I'm seeing. Yeah. It's gonna go down. It did some harassment, I guess. But now we've got 2 falconets on the way. Can Gaia hold 2 falconets with just mace and coyotes?
Because if you look at his economic population, he's way ahead. Just his
so he needs
unit population is not that good. A few coyotes.
Yeah. Yeah, so
if
he holds, he'll be. If he holds, he'll be great, right?
Yeah.
But Ottomans is age 3. Ottomans is 2 falconets. We got veteran hussars, veteran janissaries. The Ottoman has more military unit population.
Yeah, this
the
is
high
quite
attack.
scary.
How does Gaia hold this? And we got to remember as well, like
a small army to the back of his base, but he is going to lose his town center. Don't you think so?
Yeah. I mean, if he needed to defend it, he'd actually have to pull the 10 warrior priests, like dump the warrior priests in the town center, send them out to the front, and a warrior priest can actually fight quite well. But if he doesn't use the warrior priest to fight, if he just leaves them on attack dance, I don't think he can hold this. So I think he's just going to accept that his TC is going to go down, I guess. He's doing a little bit of damage with this warrior dance, so he's spawning these warriors. But he's what, like, that's not even 10 coyotes.
Yeah, he's got 8 in queue, 9.
Yeah, and this, the scary thing about this is, okay, Gaia has a slightly bigger economy, but it's not like Ottomans is all in. Ottomans has a 2nd TC, and they have 10 fishing boats. Like, he can keep reinforcing this. This is like far from all in. Sure, his economy is a bit worse, but Gaia can't just hope this is going to fizzle out at any point, because it's not. There's like 30. He's going to go in. He's going to go in. But how well are the Falcons protected? Can he get an angle on them? No, he's going to go back.
Why is he going back?
The 6 Pumas have come out. I think the Falcons are exposed. Maybe if he sees that the Falcons are exposed. No, he's no. There we go. That's it.
That's
The
it.
3-0.
Well done.
Yep.
Just for a second.
Oh, that's rough.
Yeah, just for a second I thought that he might have had a chance, but
Yeah. I think King obviously prepared quite well for the series, and had some really nice strategies, and yeah, deserved the win there. I mean, yeah, this was I enjoyed the games anyway. I was hoping for a 3-2. I always like a Gaia 3-2 series. They're pretty fun.
yeah.
But yeah, no,
this
was
please go ahead.
yeah, I don't know. That was just I was good. I enjoyed it. But yeah, I was hoping for a couple more games. But yeah, Gaia maybe as he said there, he choked a little bit possibly, or I think maybe King got the matchups that he wanted, whereas Gaia was a bit. I think Gaia was more relying on his general experience of playing of being good with all the matchups, but not necessarily having put a lot of work into like these specific matchups. So I don't think Gaia had played like Aztec versus Ottomans on Malaysia much, whereas King would have played a lot of Ottomans versus Aztecs on Malaysia. So I think that there's probably a bit of a difference there.
Right.
Either way though, cool series.
Yeah,
Gonna quit out of this one.
Yeah. And thank you so much